now.
I think. Phone's over there.
I know. It's just stupid news and weather shit.
Oh.
Oh, it's some channel going live.
Well, hey, Kent, how you doing? Frack, how you doing, Frack? Can y'all hear me? I hope. It took me forever to get this thing turned on tonight. I don't know what's the deal. Me and technology. Josh and Babe, how you guys doing? Oh. Let me know if you can hear me. I thought I'd do something different tonight, so that's what I'm doing. So, Kit, you like them Grippos, do you? I figured you would. Canadian Jim, how you doing, man? Oh, Jim, that pastrami was really good. I told Terry we was eating it, and I was like, every bite I took, I was liking that pepper more and more and more. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that amount of pepper, but I'm gonna cut back on that what's this here sauce. Hey Craig, what's up, dude? Cheers, buddy.
What's that error thing on there?
Yeah, I don't mean nothing. I know, Kent. That's everybody down here has said that for years, man. That's the best potato chip in the world. They make a seasoning. I don't know. I'll send you a bottle of their seasoning in a week or two. That came about because the guys at the plant, they'd take the potato chips home with them, and when they get down to the end of the bag, they get the crumbs and stuff. And they crush them crumbs up, and then they would coat chicken or Uncle Steve, how you doing, buddy? They would coat chicken or pork with it, and then cook it. And they say you got to be careful with it because it can be spicy. But I'll send you a ball of their seasoning here.
You can buy all that online.
Yeah, I know, but it's cheaper for me to send it to him than it is for him to buy it online.
They buy chips or anything because they can't get it there.
So, Uncle Steve, we just finished a bottle of Gator Shake this week. I got plenty more, but I'm just saying we finished one this week.
Good stuff.
And all right, it's gonna get noisy here now. Terry's going to work, and Zachary's coming home. FPS, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I know. I suck at names, dude. I suck at names. But yeah, Steve, Terry loves that shirt though, man. She was so excited that day when she opened that up. I'm like, hell yeah. But yeah, I went through today, and I was thinking about this for a couple of days about doing a video tonight, and I'm subscribed to like 400 channels, and they're not all cooking channels. The majority of them are, but some of them aren't. And so I wrote a few of them down because Zachary told me I needed to keep my chat rolling, and I needed I needed to keep my chat rolling. Is what Zachary told me. So anyways, I'll get in here in a minute and tell you about some of these channels. I just wrote some of them down. And some of them, well, all of them I wrote down. I really like these channels, and you know, I don't know what y'all are into or not, but so I got a few people in here. I'll start with see. I'm gonna start with music. I watch a kid named Davy Knowles, Knowles. He's a kid from England. I started watching him when he was about 14 years old. I've been watching him for, I don't know, 6, 7 years or better. But he plays blues. And I mean, the kid can play a guitar like you wouldn't believe it. If you like the blues, Davey knows he can turn you on, man. He comes over here and tours the states every now and then. He doesn't fill up no big, huge arenas or nothing, but he's pretty cool. I like watching him. And here recently, I've been watching another guy from England that he does album reviews. It's called Classic Album Review, and he goes through concerts that he's been to and albums and Steve, if that comment's from me, yeah, I got the new bottle. I just haven't used it yet. Uh, I'm anxious to try it, but I got to get something to try it on first. I don't know what I'm going to do it on first. Hey, Lip, what's up, buddy? Uh, yeah, this is a non-cooking category tonight. It's just channels that I watch that are non-cooking, not non-food related, and I know we all get tired of looking at food, and you need something else to watch every now and then. So these are just some of the channels that I watch. But you know, it is what it is. You watch what you want. I'll tell you, I watch. Uh, Yeah, FPS. I like I like watching smaller channels. People just getting started. I really like the ones that when they get started and they keep going with it. I hate the ones where you know people start a channel and then you watch them for 3 or 4 months and you're really getting into them, and all of a sudden you know they never do another video. That, to me, that sucks. But let me go here and see. I don't know that one, Lip. I'll have to look that one up. I'll have to look him up. What else I got down here? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I watch some music channels and I watch a lot of channels from Vegas. People that live in Vegas and do Vegas videos. I watch that a lot. I watch gambling channels. Uh, my favorite is history, though. I watch a lot of history stuff. I've always been a big fan of history, and so I watch that. Another channel I watch is Jacob's Life in Vegas. Uh, the dude just pretty much he just walks around Vegas and does vlogs, but he keeps you up to date on everything that's going on in Vegas. He keeps you up to date on it, and I really enjoy his videos. Let's see. Let me drink my beer here. And Wow, I got 19 people watching. Hell, that's like a first for me, almost. Let's see, what else do I got wrote down here? Kevin, I don't know how the monetary stuff works in YouTube. I know if you watch, if you let the ads roll, it adds something to the content provider economy. I don't know how much or anything like that. I don't know how much, any of that means. I do know if you let ads roll, you get more than if people just skip through the ads. I do know that. But as far as is that a penny or a dollar, I don't know. You'd have to talk to somebody more technological than me. But yeah, I do know that you get more money out of that. Uh, Lep, I don't watch any of that. But I do watch what's her name? VA Chick Off Road. And they do a lot of mudding and stuff. And I've been watching her lately. As far as funny stuff, all I watch fail videos. Some people are just idiots, and I just watch them to figure out, man, how damn dumb can you be, people? What else do I got here? Oh yeah, I watch a lot of besides Vegas. I watch a lot of ocean stuff. People that's in the ocean sailing and fishing and stuff like that. I watch that because I love the ocean. And being landlocked here in Indiana, I don't get no ocean anymore. So I watch that. I thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that, man. You've been around for a long time, I know. I appreciate that. I watch Jody and Jess living the Keys life. They live down in the Florida Keys, and they got them a boat, and they go out. Hey, Robert, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Jody and Jess, they live down there in the Keys. They go out on the boat, they go fishing and stuff, and Jess has already got her bikini on and stuff, so it's always good to see, So, but you get to see the ocean, you get to see them catch fish, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, Steve, there's a lot of those girls out there that does that. I don't know their names, and I don't watch them just cause she's got a thong on. I watch the ones that they have content that I enjoy. And I was watching one the other day, and there was these. I think there was two chicks and three dudes on a boat, and they were slamming fish, man. I mean, they were just slamming fish and pulling them in right and left, and they were running into one another and stuff like this. I was like sitting here, and I was like, man, I'd be scared to be on that boat with them people. It was just crazy. But I like Jody and Jess, and then I watch Barefoot Sailing Adventures with Mike and Ashley. Hey, Fred, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Mike and Ashley, I think they live in North Carolina, and they bought them a sailboat last year. Hey, Grip, how you doing, buddy? But they got them a sailboat last year, and they sailed from, I think from Tampa down through the Keys, and they filmed all that, and I know Ashley's got the cutest little ass I ever seen on a girl. I know if I spent the $2 and joined her Patreon page, and I could watch the uncensored videos, but I don't know. Hell, if I want to look at a naked lady, I could just watch free porn. I don't need to pay for it. So, but I like their channel. What they do, they're just basically sailing. They do a little bit of fishing. they'll pull into the docks and places, and they'll have a beer or two, and they talk to the people that's around there and everything. And it's just a channel that I really enjoy. They're out there on the ocean filming, and what's not to like about that? So, hey Thomas, how you doing, man? But yeah, these are just some channels that I enjoy watching. If I'll try to leave a link when we're done here in this video for these channels. If not, you can hit me up, and I'll let you know who they are. Uh, yeah, I watch travel videos and like what's that? Latin Mafia. You're a new one to me, dude. I'll have to look at you. Look at your channel up. You're a new one to me. Latin Mafia Barbecue. Yeah. Yeah, Cop. I've seen her channel before. That's one I just I don't know. I don't know. She looks hot, but I just don't care for her channel. I'd rather watch Barefoot Sailing Adventures. I don't know. That's just me. Uh, to each his own, I guess. What else I got here? I watched The World According to Briggs. I know Mr. Smoky Goodness guy. He knows who that is. Because he's told me before he's watched him for a long time. Briggs is pretty cool. He just gives you basically top 10 list. Stephen and Jacqueline, how you doing, guys? Good to see you here. Yeah, Briggs just basically gives you top 10 list of cities, towns, countries, whatever. And I really enjoy his channel. Uh, what else I got here? A new channel I just started watching recently. He's not been on that long, but it's called Half History, Real Travel. And uh, this is a college educated guy. I don't know if he's a professor or what, but he knows about history, and he most of his stuff is about the Civil War. And he takes you through battle maps, and goes back through letters from generals and stuff from the Civil War, and stuff like this. And it's a really interesting channel to me because I love the Civil War history, and so I've been watching him. I don't think he's been doing videos for maybe a year, if that much. But yeah, that's just another channel that I watch. And I guess my main non-cooking channel that I watch, though, I would say this guy's my number one, is the history guy. And he actually doesn't live too far from me. He lives over in Illinois, over by St. Louis there. Maybe he is in Missouri, but I think it's in Illinois he lives. But it's not far. But this guy goes back in history from the beginning of time until now, and he does 10, 12-minute videos and just explain to you everything about whatever it is he's talking about. And the history guy just rocks, man. I love watching his channel. Yeah, Grip. I like a lot of history and war stuff, and I'm really into a lot of that. Yeah, Fred. I had enough flying when I airplanes when I was in the Air Force. I don't care to watch any aviation videos. Yeah, Colin. I always wanted to go to Antietam. Never made it, but I have been to Chickamauga though, and that was pretty surreal. That was pretty surreal there. But yeah. But so those are just some. I watch other stuff. I just wanted to show you, tell you guys, I ain't always about just cooking. I got other interests too. All right, Coppa, you have a good one, dude. We'll see you next time. And I know what I like, and yours is going to be different. It is what it is. I know, Dutch, right? And I don't care what he said to Babe the other day. I didn't want to make this comment on his video, but that meat was way overcooked. Sorry, Josh. That was medium well to well at best. You're not getting no medium out of it to me. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to comment on your video and say that to you, but this is my video now, so I can say it. All right, Colin, I'll check that out. I've not seen that one. I have to check that out. In fact, I'll have to write that down now so I can do that. Uh, yeah. See, with this, we can all find new channels to watch and get more interest in different things. Smoking Bears, how you guys doing tonight? Okay. We got Grill Sergeant in here. What's up, buddy? Okay, I talked about the stuff that I wanted to talk about, so y'all give me something else to talk about. I know, Fred. You know what I want to try, Fred? I want to try to do that casserole again, but I want to lay poblanos down, like cut them in half, and then put jalapenos on top of the poblanos and try it like that. 'Cause I love poblanos. Yeah, Colin, I've watched a ton of stuff about the Zulu War. I've watched tons of that stuff. And yeah, I wrote it down, Colin. But yeah, Fred, I want to try that. Put some poblanos down and put the jalapenos on top of that, and then just do everything the same except using poblanos with it. And I think that'd be pretty awesome. I don't know. I like poblanos. So what can I say? But, and I don't know how many of y'all seen it, but Big Lou's Barbecue did a thing the other day, and he stuffed 4 peppers inside one another, and that looked good to me. Oh, Mega Fred, cars that I've had. My first one was a Jesus. The first one I drove, I think, was a '62 Falcon, I think. That was the first car I drove, I think, was a '62 Falcon. And then I drove a '68 Ford pickup truck. This is while I was in high school. And then when I came back from Alaska, my mom gave me a '58 Mercury they had bought for me. I was going to be home for a month on leave, and they gave me a '58 Mercury to use, which was real cool because it had bald tires. I went down to the used tire store and bought 4 tires and put on it. And it was one of them kind of cars when I pulled into the gas station, I'd say, fill the oil and check the gas. But I drove that from here in Evansville. I drove that to Norfolk, Virginia. Spent a week out there with a friend of mine. And then me and him and his old lady, we got in that car and we drove down to Naples, Florida. It took us 5 days to go from Norfolk, Virginia to Naples, Florida. That wasn't the car's fault. It was just us stopping everywhere and doing our thing. But then I dropped him off in Naples, and I went over to the Fort Lauderdale area, and I spent a couple of nights there with relatives. And then I went back to Naples and picked my partner up and his old lady, and then we drove back to Norfolk, and then I drove back to Indiana. We did all that in a month in a '58 Mercury, and that was a pretty cool trip. I think I used 10 gallons of gas and 400 quarts of oil. I don't know, it was something. But yeah, the used tires worked, so it was okay. After that, when I got stationed in California, I bought a '58 Ford Queen Victoria. Man, that thing was a tank. Jesus Christ, that was a tank. Uh, it had a 351 in it, I think. I think it was a 351 Cleveland, I think. But it had a 2-speed transmission. It had low and drive. And I would be driving down the highway at 70 mile an hour, and then just for the hell of it, I'd drop that thing down into low. And man, that ass end would just stand straight up. I was like, man, I was young and dumb in them days, man. But I had that for a while, and then when I got stationed in Virginia, I bought a '73 Cutlass that had a 350 in it. And I don't know anything about cars, but I know people that told me that when cars are made, I was at Castle, Fred, Merced. I was at Merced. People told me when cars are made, the first 10 engines or transmissions that come off the line are perfect. And then after that, because of the tooling and everything, you start losing stuff like a millionth of an inch, a millionth of an inch. I don't know. I just know that that motor and that Cutlass that I had, that 350, I would run. I would race anybody with anything. Kawasaki motorcycles came out right around that time with their what Z900, Z1000s. I don't know. Hell, I'd race those motorcycles. I didn't care. Vets, it didn't matter. Hell, I had a guy that I worked with. He had a 71 Torino, and he was always talking about how hot it was, and we was all drunk and stoned one day, and I'm like, man, you got a piece of shit, dude. And he said, well, let's go race. And I'm like, man, I need a tune up so bad. I'm only running on like 5 cylinders now. That's how bad I needed a tune up. I said, hell, I'll race you. I'll blow your doors, and then I'll come home, drink more beer. And that's exactly what I did. Uh, yeah, that Cutlass had a hell of a motor in it. I went through 2 transmissions in 8 months in that damn thing. 'Cause I would race anybody. I didn't give a damn in them days. But yeah, so I had that. And I don't know, over the years I've had, hell, I bought a brand new Ford Courier when they first came out, little pickup truck. Man, that was a piece of junk truck, but I loved it, man. I really did. When it first came out, I just loved that truck, but it was a piece of junk. It really was. But no, I've had LTDs. I've had a Cadillac or two in my life. Hell, I even owned a Yugo. I bought a Yugo once, brand new, for $39.90. I was like, it came with a full size spare tire. I was like, but most of the products I've owned, they've been Ford related. Most of them. So I'm gonna say I'm a Ford man. Hey Ron, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Colin. You gotta like them old ones, man. My God. Billy, I think I've watched everything Shelby Foote ever put on film. Yeah, he's probably one of the greatest Civil War historians in the world, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't watched everything he's got on film. Hell, I was watching him before I was watching GooTube. So, yeah. Fred, did Joy have a nice birthday? Did you get her something good? Hey, Freddie, what's up, buddy? Well, good for you, Freddie. Glad to see you back at work, man. Yeah, the world's starting to open up again. That's good to see. So, we'll see how it goes. I know my last video, my last live thing I did, I know I pissed a couple of people off. You know, I can't help it if you disagree with what I think. That's you, but and then there, I'm like, I believe what I believe, you believe what you want to believe, it's all good, I don't care, you're not going to change my viewpoints on anything. And then but I guess I made a few people mad. I'm like, well, that's good. Yeah, Colin, he was in that Ken Burns deal. Yeah, for sure. Been good here, Freddie. Been good. My God, weather finally got warmed up, and hell, yesterday the ozone layer was so bad out here, I couldn't even go outside and breathe. I mean, it was terrible out here yesterday, hotter than hell, and the ozone was just crazy. Here in this city, we got some really bad air quality here for some reason. Hey, Rob, I got your stickers today, man. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do with stickers. I got to go out tomorrow and rearrange my garage. I've got an idea. I got a sticker from you, and I got one from Kent the other day, and I got one from Tango Joe I've had for friggin' years. But I think I know what I'm going to do with stickers when I get them now. So I got to go out tomorrow and rearrange the garage and figure that out. So I think I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, Colin, we lost a good one when he died, man. Shelby was unreal, man. He was more knowledgeable than anybody I ever heard speak about the Civil War. No, Rob, but that cornbread looked really good though, man. I'm glad you didn't use no cream cheese in it. But you know, that's just that's a good thing, man. The world needs less cream cheese. More beer, less cream cheese. That's my motto. Yeah, Colin, mega for sure. Oh wow, Freddie, that hurts. Damn, dude. I've only had one sunburn in my life, Freddie. One time. I was in high school and I went to the Fort Lauderdale area. I had an uncle down there that he was a bass fishing guide, and I stayed down there with a month with him, and I spent 3 days out on the boat with him. And then my aunt told me I had to take a couple of days off because I was pretty well burnt. And hell. Yeah, Robert, you know, I don't want everybody to agree with me on everything, you know? But yeah, respect your honesty. Yeah, that's cool, man. Uh, you know, I just give people my opinion. You know, I'm just trying to be real, you know? Thank you, Colin. Appreciate that, buddy. Nice little tip there. Yeah, Robert, I don't know, I'm here now. I'm the same person you see in my videos, you know? I'm being as honest as I can because that's what I am, you know? You know, if you do something I don't like, I'll tell you, I don't like that. You know, you do something I like, I'm gonna say, man, that is really cool. I really like that. You know, that's just the way I am, man. And I know I'm a pain in the ass to a lot of people. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't want to be. You know, I want to be me, just like I've always been me, and so that's what I do. And but you know, people can disagree on different things and still be civil towards one another. You know, I got a lot of I had a lot of friends in my life that we didn't agree on everything, but we never pulled out a gun and shot one another. We just you know live and let live. Thank you, Colin. Damn, Freddie. Maybe you should have went to Alaska for that honeymoon. Billy, Waylon is like a god in this house, dude. Yeah, Waylon is like a god in this house. Me and the old lady both. In fact, at one time in my life, I owned, back in the day when they made albums, I had every album Waylon made from 64 until 76. Every album. And yeah, I seen Waylon, God, I don't know, 5 times, I think. Yeah, Waylon to me is like no other. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I'll tell you a story about Waylon. I was going home on leave from California, coming back here to Indiana, and I was with this dude that I worked with. He was going to go to North Carolina, and he was driving, and he said I could ride with him. He'd drop me off here in Evansville, and so we left Merced, California, and we got down to Bakersfield. Now, the dude driving was a black dude. I was a white dude. We were both in the service. This has been 1974, I think. We got down to Bakersfield, and we picked up this hippie hitchhiking. And he had hair down to his ass. And he was going to New York. And so we picked this guy up and we start talking. And it turned out this hippie was from Evansville originally. And he knew a girl that I knew, that I'd went to school with. And so that was pretty cool. And so we're taking our trip, and we're heading east, and then we get to Little Rock, and I'm driving at this point, and my God, the rain is coming down where you can't even see your windshield wipers. It was I'd never seen rain like this. It was terrible. And them other two guys, the guy that was driving, his car, he was asleep. The hippie was asleep. I'm wide awake trying to drive through this rainstorm. All the cars are all pulled off the sides of the road. The semis are pulled off the sides of the road. And I look up in front of me and I see this little red dot. And I'm like, what the hell is this red dot? And I get closer and closer to this red dot. And then all of a sudden I realize that's not a red dot. That's a red flying W. And I'm driving right behind Waylon's tour bus. And I followed Waylon's tour bus. I was right on his ass. I followed him from Little Rock to Memphis. Went almost 100 miles, and we was the only two vehicles on the road that night. But yeah, that was a pretty cool trip, though, man. Hey, Paivy, how you doing, girl? Scotty, how you doing, man? Dano. But yeah, so yeah, I love me some Waylon, man. I seen Waylon here in town once, and it was by far my favorite time of watching him. in those days, Waylon was he was so coked up he didn't know anything. He was out of his mind, coked up. But that night I had more fun at that concert. I enjoyed that probably more than any I'd ever seen him. Hey Josh, how you doing down there, buddy? Or up there, I should say. You're up there. Uh, but anyways, I watched Waylon here, and he's all coked up, and he can't remember lyrics. I mean, he's singing one song, the band's playing another. He's singing a song, then forgets the lyrics and starts another one, and it was just a big fiasco for him and the band. But I loved it. And the next day in the paper, they wrote it up like that was the worst concert ever by anybody at all time. And I'm like, are you kidding me? CJ, what's up, man? How you doing there, buddy? GB in the house. Hey, guy. So, let's see. Big Ron in the house. Hey, guy. How you doing, Ron? No, Billy. It's just my life. I've lived a long and eventful life. Somebody commented on my video yesterday on my pastrami sandwich. I haven't answered those comments yet, but somebody commented, I'm surprised you can remember 1973. You know, I remember the good things, man. I remember the good things. And things that, you know, that bring memories to me. I remember those things. And yeah, from my time in California, I've got a lot of memories that I still remember. Uh, most of them were good. Hell, even the 2 days I spent in jail, I had good memories from in there. So, you know, it's all cool. Scotty, when you gonna do some cooking videos again, dude? Hell, GB, I stay wrecked. What are you talking about? Okay, you guys amuse yourself for 2.5 minutes. I need a cigarette. Hey, Tom, I'll be right back. Okay, so hey Abby, how you doing, girl? I was out there smoking, and I thought about another Wayland story, and this was the first time that I saw Wayland. Uh, I was in California, and I hitchhiked 60 miles to Fresno to see him, and he was playing at the Sheraton Hilton, and I don't know how it is now, but in them days you had to be 21 to drink alcohol in California, and I wasn't 21. And so this girl comes by, the waitress, and I ordered a Coke. And she comes back and she said, I got one, Tom, right here. She comes back with my Coke and she says, I put a cherry in it to make people think you was drinking alcohol. I'm like, well, I don't need people to think that, but thank you anyway. So Wayland comes on, and there's this man and woman to the right of me in this table, because we're in like a lounge like thing at the Sheraton. And this dude just kept rambling, and I mean, he just kept heckling Wayland all night long. And he just kept heckling him and talking trash. Guy was drunker than hell. And he was just talking trash all night long to Wayland. And then finally, he said something. I don't know what he said, but Wayland put his guitar down, and there was 2 or 3 steps there in front of the stage. And Wayland walked off the stage, and by the time he made it to that second step, all you could hear was this commotion. And this old lady that was with this drunk dude, she had hauled off and backhanded him, and he went flying across the fucking room, man. I mean, she cold cocked this son of a bitch. And she looked up at Wayland and said, you don't have to come no farther. I took care of this guy. I was like, damn, man. But yeah, she damn near knocked her husband out. And he never said another word the rest of the night, man. And Wayland kept his show going, and there it is. But yeah, Wayland was always good for a good show. He was always got a good show. Yeah. I've seen so many concerts in my life, man. I just I don't go to them anymore. I've seen pretty much everybody I ever wanted to see, and I just don't. They got too many rules now. You got to take your belt off, and you got to go through a metal detector, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you can't smoke, and you can't do this, and there's just too damn many rules for me. So I don't go to concerts anymore. But I've seen some good ones. You know, life just ain't like it used to be, folks. Just ain't like it used to be. But we do what we can do, and carry on. Life goes on. My top 3 favorite bands ever. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Roy Gallagher. I'm not gonna call him a band, but Roy Gallagher is gonna be there. Roy Gallagher is one of my top 2 guitar players of all time. My second band would be 10 years after because it had Alvin Lee in it, one of my other top two favorite guitar players. To me, a guitar player was Alvin Lee and Roy Gallagher. And then I'd have to go with either the band or the Stones. Either one of those. I could go with either one of those. Uh, as far as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame goes, they can suck my ass. Because until they put Roy Gallagher in the Hall of Fame, they could just suck my ass. I mean, this guy's been dead for years, and they still have a big festival for him for every year. They have a big festival for him over there and overseas, and you're not going to find a better guitar player than him or Alvin Lee. That's just my opinion. You know, you think what you want. Yeah, Colin, I listen to a lot of old country like Merlin, all them guys. But yeah, I did not know he played with Thin Lizzy though. No, I did not know that. Uh, I know they wanted him to play with the Stones, but he was smarter than that, and he stayed away from the Stones because Gallagher was a front man, and he knew he couldn't, go up against Mick Jagger, as being a front man. So, you know, yeah, GB, I agree. I totally agree. I mean, how can you put the shit that they put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? It says Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It doesn't say a Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. It doesn't say a Rap Hall of Fame. It doesn't say all this other bullshit. How you gonna put fucking whoever you put in there and not have Roy Gallagher in there? Yeah, Colin, he was from Ireland. I know. But I don't think there's ever been, other than maybe the Grateful Dead, nobody had the fan support that Roy Gallagher had. Other than the Grateful Dead. I mean, his fans loved him, and he played for his fans, just like the Dead did. They played for their fans, and that to me, that was wow, GB, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, I was a Stevie Ray fan for a while, but just after a while, it seemed like his music was just, it got tired to me. With Gallagher, I never got tired. With the Dead, it never got tired. With Stevie Ray's, he just got tired to me for some reason. I don't know. It's it's like anything. We all have our own opinions. Uh, oh, Josh, before you leave, did you get Cornish cross? I was going to ask you that. I was going to comment the other night and ask you about your game birds, and I didn't. But or your meat birds? Did you get Cornish cross? Yeah, Colin. That's yeah, Josh, grab a beer. But hell yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. I'll send you a message and tell you a story about Cornish Cross. I was going to do that the other day and I didn't, but I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, so you have a good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Colin, as far as the fans go, I don't think anybody plays for the fans as much as Roy Gallagher and Grateful Dead did. I mean, hell, even the Dead, when you went to their shows, you could buy a ticket and you could get hey Mitch, what's up, girl? You could get a taper's ticket where you could go in there and you could just tape the show. All right, Josh, let me tell you this then right quick. You're familiar with Rural King, I'm sure. And I worked at Rural King for quite a few years and sold chickens. And I had a guy come in once and he told me he had got a Cornish cross. And he got it in the spring and he wanted to see how big it would get. And I don't know how many months he kept that bird alive, but it was from the spring until right before Thanksgiving, I think. But he ended up butchering that chicken. It butchered out. I mean, after he cleaned it and everything, it weighed 11 pounds. But he said at the end, that chicken never got up. It just sat down at the food dish and laid there the whole day and ate. That's all he did. He never got up. And he butchered out at 11 pounds. Well, that's a hell of a chicken. Like, damn, man. Yeah, Rose, that's another reason why I don't go to concerts anymore. They just want too damn much money. Yeah, Junior Brown's cool, man. I like him, Billy. Junior Brown's cool. Oliver, I like anything you smoke weed too. Hell, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I used to watch Waltons back when I was a kid. Yeah, that was way back in the day, man. My God. Yeah, that probably was, Josh. I mean, hell, goddamn, 11-pound chicken. But yeah, they say that about those things, man. You know, they're just made to eat and get fat. So, yeah. But if it dresses out 11 pounds, that's damn near a turkey, dude. Yeah, GB. Roy Buchanan was a good one. He was a good one for sure. I spent quite a few years in the 70s listening to him. Suburban, what's up, buddy? Yeah. All right. Next topic. Y'all pick one. Hell, I can talk about almost anything. That's the thing about me. Zachary tells me I need to find a category and keep on it. And I'm like, hell with that, man. Let somebody else find a category. So, but I can talk food. I can talk music. Hell, I can talk politics. I can talk religion. I can talk weather. I can talk anything. I don't give a damn. I'll give you my opinion on anything. You don't have to like it, but I'll give it to you. Oh, first weekend of August. That's cool. Colin, my favorite old time show, my favorite show of all time on TV, believe it or not, is Leave It to Beaver. That was it. Oliver, three sexiest women. Suzanne Plachette would be there for sure. Uh, my God, now I got to think about women. But I'm gonna put Suzanne Plachette there. I loved her. Uh, man, I don't know, man. Hell, I'm so damn old. I don't even think about women anymore. Jesus Christ. Man, I don't know. That's a hard one for me. Jesus Christ, man, you stumped me on that one, dude. Yeah, I've been to Ohio several times in my life. Yeah, several times. Uh, oh, I liked Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island. Mary Ann was cool. She was yummy. Yeah, GB, Eddie died. Yeah, that sucked. Uh, and I'm gonna have to go with Barbara Stanwyck, I think. Yeah, Barbara Stanwyck was nice. Yeah, Tom. Elizabeth Montgomery was hot. Yeah, yeah. Josh, I don't even know who the hell Beverly D'Angelo is. I don't know. If it's a movie that's came out in the last 20 years or a person from the last 20 years, I don't know who they are. Because I don't watch stuff nowadays like that. I don't watch movies. Yeah, GB. I'm sorry, but that's my all time favorite show, man. That is. I think I've watched every episode of that. Yeah, Donna Reed was a hot lady too. Yeah, she was. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I got a I don't have a what you call a vacuum pressure sealer baggy thingy. I don't have one of them. And I don't know if I could find a baggie big enough to put a turkey in. But, you know, that would be nice. I need to get that sous vide out and do something again. Now, Sophia Loren never turned me on, man. Uh, she just never turned me on. Marilyn was hot for the Munster family, but I don't know if I'd call her hot. Hell, Gidget was more hot than her, I think. Yeah, Jeannie was Barbara Eden. Yeah, she was so hot that the TV wouldn't even let her show her belly button. Yeah, I need to get that sous vide machine out and do something again. I don't know. I just haven't fooled with it. Yeah, GB, there's a lot of you can find a lot of stuff on the Stooges on YouTube, man. I know because I've seen a lot of it, but yeah, you can find a lot of stuff on them on YouTube. Yeah, Grip, she was. I know, Scotty. But when you get past the '80s, I'm lost, man. You go '80s, '90s, and all that. I don't know who none of these people are. Uh, the old lady watches that stupid show, Masked Singer, and they got these people on, and they're like saying, "Oh, I think this is that, and this is who, and this is who," and I'm like, "Who the fuck are these people talking about? I've never heard of any of them. I don't know none of these people. I don't know. I'm like, hell." Yeah, Tom, that's one show I can also say I've never watched anything about a Kardashian. The only Kardashian I know anything about, he was in the OJ trial. That was the only thing I know about a Kardashian. And yes, I'll go ahead and say it now. OJ was innocent. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. So there. Just my opinion. Yeah, Josh, this some show has been on for a couple of years now, and Booger started watching it, and then Daddy Dutch was watching it, and now the old lady watches it, and I gotta sit here and listen to all this bullshit, and I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't know. They mention all these people. I have no idea. And I'll tell you a little known fact about me. There you go. When I listen to music, half the time I cannot understand anything that the lyrics is. I just can't understand it. And when Ozzy had their show, what was it? Life with the Osmonds or the Osmonds or Osmonds? I'm saying the Osborns. Uh, when they had their fucking reality show, the Osborns, Ozzy Osbourne. Anyways, we'd be sitting there and watching that, and me and Terry and Zachary and what do you say? I don't know. What do you say? And I'm like, are y'all fucking kidding me? You can't understand anything he says? No, we can't understand anything. And I'm like, I understood every word Ozzy said. Every episode, I understood it. He's about the only singer that when I listen to a song of his, I can damn near understand 95% of what he is saying. I can't say that about anybody else. But for some reason, I always understood Ozzy. And I'm probably the only person in the world that does that. But I know it is what it is. But I was a big Ozzy fan, though, so sorry. Hey, Josh, good to see you back. Yeah, Josh. Sometimes I like to hear the voice, though. I mean, hell, listen to Judy Collins. You got to listen to her. You can't listen to the instruments. I mean, hell. Hey, babe, how you doing, girl? And just so you know, babe, I didn't comment on the video. I didn't want to do that on your video, but I will do it here. I did it earlier. I'll do it again. Yes, Josh overcooked that steak. That was medium well to well at best. There was no medium or medium rare, nothing. I'm with you. He overcooked that steak. I don't know. Yeah, Tom. For some reason, it's weird. I always understood Ozzy. I was listening to a song today or yesterday. Oh, I forget which one it was. I had it playing on the radio, and I'm like, man, how can people not understand this? I know who Zach Wild is, but I don't think he played with Ozzy though, did he? I don't think. I don't know. Mr. Some Drunk in the house. What's up, buddy? Rose. I don't know the writ. No, I don't know that one. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. I know fairies wear boots, and you gotta believe. Jesus Christ, GB, you trying to kill me or what, dude? Colin, don't even get me started on Phil Collins. You'll unsubscribe me yesterday if I do that. I did not know that, Rose. I did not know that about Zach Wild. No, I think Colin, I think Phil Collins is probably one of the worst things that ever happened to music in our life. I hate Phil Collins. Phil Collins and U2, I think both should be banned from everything. I just don't like them at all. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I know about the Black Label Society, but I didn't know he played with Ozzy. I didn't know that. Sorry. No, Scotty, I never heard of glazed donuts, but at 2 o'clock in the morning, a glazed donut that's left over from that morning and a beer is damn good eating. Speaking of beer, I need one. So I got two. Now, I'm sorry. Phil Collins just sucks out his ass. When Genesis is around, Genesis was a decent band until Phil Collins started opening his mouth, and then when he started singing, that Genesis started sucking. And no, I'm not a Phil Collins fan at all. Uh, if I'm in the car and Phil Collins or U2 comes on, that radio gets turned off immediately. I just don't. I won't do it. Yeah, Billy, I did. Night before last, I think it was. I did. Bacon mushroom Swiss burgers on the Blackstone. Gotta show that Blackstone some love every now and then, man. Suburban Black Oak, I've seen probably more times than any in my life. I think I've seen Black Oak 6 times. They were all my all-time favorite live band. Uh, I can't hear to this day a lot of stuff, and the reason I can't is because I saw Black Oak and JoJo Gunn in Louisville, and pretty much lost a lot of my hearing that night because JoJo Gunn was so friggin' loud. But it didn't help that I was standing there in front of their damn speakers either. But yeah, Black Oak was an awesome band live, man. You don't have to take my word for that. You can go talk to Tango Joe over there at Tango Spice Company, and he'll vouch for me. Tango Joe's a big Black Oak fan too. Hell, Colin, I grabbed two. What's up, dude? No, GB, I never cared for Peter Gabriel. No, no. Now y'all got to get off this damn Genesis and U2 kick, man. This shit's pissed me off, man. I don't like none of these people. I like Tommy Bolin though. If y'all know who Tommy Bolin is, look that up. So, yeah, Tommy Bolin was good. He was another one though that committed suicide, and I'm like, what's up with suicide, man? People, come on. Yeah, Tommy Bolin can play that guitar though, man. Hell yeah, Mr. Some Drunk. You gotta do that. Jesus Christ, GB. You're hardcore, dude. All right, Pavey, you guys have a good one. Yeah, Josh, I was just talking, I think last week about, John Fogerty. When they've been doing this, during this whole, Chinese illness, sickness, virus, disease going around. The bands can't play. So John Fogerty's been playing with his kids. And the last video they did was the center field song that he did. And him and his kids went out to center field in Dodger Stadium, and they did a video out there, and that was a really good version of the song Center Field. And yeah, you can find that. Just look up John Fogerty on YouTube, and you can find it. But yeah, that they did a really good version. I've been liking the stuff they've been doing during this whole thing. Colin, Mark Bolan is a god in my eyes. Mark Bolan was just unreal with T-Rex. Yeah, he would have been a great one. He would have been a great one. That dude was awesome, man. Billy, I don't know that one. Yeah, Josh, really, I think it's a Chinese disease, but I don't know. I get in trouble whenever I say that, but that's what I think it is. Yeah, GB, that really was. I think that was been the best one he's done since they've been locked down. Yeah, and they've got about a half a dozen of them out with him and his kids. Yeah, I've been a Fogerty fan for years. I go way back to the days when he was saying, "Looking out my back door." Well, and what was it when he wrote Proud Mary, he had never been east of Phoenix, I think. And I'm like, he nailed that river song down. I mean, he nailed it. And to be he's probably the only musician in time that been sued for plagiarizing his own music, which is totally ridiculous. And you know, but he's another one. He's had his ups and downs. He's had his problems, but he lived his life the way he wanted to live it, and he did what he wanted to do. And it cost him a lot. I mean, hell, it cost him his brother. It cost him his band. Lord knows how much money it's costed him. But he did it his way. And that's what I always respected about the man. And they're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it my way. And that's the way it's going to be. And so that's the way it was. So that's what I really appreciated about him. He did it his way. He lived his life his way. A lot of times, a lot of times people do things because they think other people think they should do it. Or they think, I can't do this because somebody will get mad at me. If you're living that kind of a life, then you're not living your life. You're living somebody else's life. Live your life. Be you. Do what the fuck you want to do. Let them do what they want to do. But don't let them dictate to you how you should think or what you should do. Now, I'm not saying go out and shoot up the whole goddamn city, you know, but as far as normal living, as far as what you think, you just fucking live your life, you know? Don't go out and try to hurt anybody. You know, don't be disrespectful to people, but don't let people tell you how you should think and what you should do, how you should act. Like, no, I'm going to be me, and that's what I'm going to do. That's just what I think, you know? Colin, I don't know that I've not heard anything that Towns has said. I think I've heard everything that Towns has done. He should be in every Hall of Fame in the world, I think. Towns was amazing. Well, no, I take that back. I did hear a song the other day that I'd never heard Towns do. The boy was playing it. He was playing Towns the other day, and because he's a big Towns fan, and he was playing a song the other night that I had never heard from Towns, and I was like, man, that's cool. But yeah, Towns Van Zandt. If y'all listen to any music at all, you should listen to Towns Van Zandt. Because without Towns Van Zandt, we would not have so much music that we have today. Him and Graham Parsons. Those are two of the greatest. That without Graham Parsons and Towns Van Zandt, the stuff that you listen to today, if it as long as it ain't rap or shit like that, but if it's country or country rock or whatever you want to call it, it would not be here today had it not been for Graham Parsons and Towns Van Zandt. I'm just saying. They created music. Well, thank you, Josh. I appreciate that, man. Oh hell, GB. All Pig is my favorite. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know, Colin. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Towns was awesome, man. And that dude had so many. He had so many demons. So many demons in his life. But to give us what he gave us is just friggin' amazing, man. If you read about his life and the shit that he went through, and I was like, man, it was just crazy, man. Billy, I was always a Cat Stevens fan. I really was. If you're talking Cat Stevens, I'm still a Cat Stevens fan. Now he changed his religion and he went to I don't know, the Towhead Society, whatever you call them, Muslims or Islamists or what. I don't know what that is. But that was before we had all the terrorist shit and all that, you know. And I understood, you know, that's what he did. He gave up his life for a religion and to do that. And I appreciated that. I was like, okay, I can live with that. And then when 9/11 came around and he tried to come to the States for something and they banned him from the States. Uh, and I wasn't so sure about that. I'm pretty sure that he wasn't no terrorist. I mean, he gave up everything he had for a religion that he believed in. And the religion that he believed in is not the religion that the terrorist believed in. You know? So I can go both ways here and there. But no, I've got nothing but respect for Cat Stevens. I don't think there's a bad bone in his body. I don't think there ever was. And his music was awesome to me, anyways. Colin Ira Hayes. The only thing I know about him is Johnny Cash singing a song about him. Although he was he a Medal of War honor winner? I don't remember. I know he was a World War II fighter, but I think he was a Medal of Honor winner, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong there. Oh no, Ira Hayes. He raised the flag at Iwo Jima. That's what he did. Yeah, he raised the flag at Iwo Jima, and then died drunk in a fucking gutter. Yeah, on the street side. Yeah. Yeah, Colin, I was like another Saturday night. Yeah, another Saturday night. I always liked that song. But my God, he had so many. What he sang the one about the dog. The song about the dog was fucking amazing. Yeah, he had so many good songs, and that's why I say, I mean, if you listen to his music, yeah, this dude wasn't no fucking terrorist, man. Yeah, Colin Iwo Jima, he raised a flag at Iwo Jima. Yeah, yeah. You got to remember, I'm old and drinking beer, and my memory slips from time to time. So y'all get used to it, man. It happens. It's going to happen to you too. Okay. What else? I think I covered my list. Yep, I did all that. Well, at least I had a court category to talk about tonight. So, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Uh, so I've been on an hour and 40 minutes. It took me 20 hours or 20 hours. It took me 20 minutes just to get on. My Beatles is easy. George Harrison was the best. Ringo was the second best. John Lennon was okay. And Paul McCartney can suck my ass. That's my opinion on the Beatles. No, I was never a big Beatle fan. I like George Harrison's solo stuff. I liked Ringo's solo stuff. Paul McCartney, he just sucks to me. I don't like to see him. I don't like to watch him. I don't know. So I'm gonna get out of here and see if I got any cold beer left. I'm sure there's still 8 or 10 in there. I just want to make sure. But thanks everybody for stopping by. Thank you, Colin, for the tip. I think it was you that did that. And we'll get out of here and we'll try to do this again next week. We'll see what happens. I don't know. You never know with me. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Drink up, Buttercup.